on Get Your Rock Out talking to the amazing Joey Tempest from the legendary band Europe. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. We're having a couple of days off. We're touring in Europe at the moment, and we're going to reconvene in Prague on Thursday. But I'm taking a few days now to sort of prepare for the UK tour coming up. So the guys will be coming over from Stockholm, and we're going to invade the UK again. It's amazing.
Wonderful. I mean, we're hugely looking forward to having you here. When it comes to UK tours, do you always find that you get a fantastic reception wherever you go?
Well, UK is special for us because when we grew up, we listened to English and British hard rock, and it really shaped us musically. And when we come here, it feels like we're giving something back because we got so much inspiration from here, and to play here is amazing. And the people over here, you've been exposed to all the last few generations have been exposed to such great rock and roll and classic rock, and even today, they're great rock bands today as well. So this is a good country to play in because people appreciate and know rock music.
Wonderful. It's nice to know that as a band that you find the audiences like that.
Yeah, you can find a difference in different audiences, but definitely the heritage of rock in the UK is important for a band. If you tour here, you know about it, and you know that people have seen a lot of bands, and their parents have seen a lot of bands, and it's been passed down. There's a knowledge here about rock and roll, which is really lovely.
Wonderful. And did you find that kind of makes it harder initially to win audiences over? And
yeah, you got to be good. You have to be decent. I mean, you can't be not a bad band coming to break the UK. I mean, it just doesn't happen. We were lucky on our third album, though, because we had Final Countdown to open the doors and stuff. But since then, we've been more and more embraced by fans and media, even more so the last two albums, I think, Last Look at Eden and Bag of Bones. So we've done 4 albums since we started again, but the last 2 albums have been really welcomed here in the UK, which means a lot to us.
Wonderful. And let's talk for a bit about Bag of Bones. I mean, it's an absolutely brilliant album. And as a band, I think you were quoted as saying that it's definitely the deepest album that you've done and that you've kind of reached places in yourself that you've not reached before.
Yeah. I'm still amazed that we pulled this one off. I'm still amazed to pull this one off, really. I mean, it doesn't really sound like a Scandinavian band, a bunch of guys from suburbs of Stockholm. You know, it's sort of obliterated all of that. It's just sort of transcends into a touring rock band, and if you put it on, you don't really know where we're from, and that's what we wanted. And also all this touring and work over the years has just made us be able to express ourselves in a deeper way. That's probably what we meant in those regards. It's just it's a new way of expressing yourself, a bit of soul and blues in there, and coming from Scandinavia, it's quite rare, but I think it's because we toured a lot, you know, and lived abroad. I mean, John Norm, the guitar player, lived in LA for 15 years and worked with a lot of bands there, and I've lived in England now for about 25 years, I think, and it's sort of shaped us a little bit, I think.
Wonderful. I mean, it does. It is. It's such a gorgeous album. Have you found that you've really hit a new fan base with this one and appealed to a lot of people that you wouldn't necessarily have reached?
I think so, without really trying. I mean, we ended up in this more of a, what can I say, a different expression, a little bit of blues and soul in there. It just started happening on the road, I think. We started listening to more bands like that, and in the dressing room we were talking more about, you know, being a more a free, more raw band, and we're getting the experience now to go in and record things more quick in the studio like they did in the 70s and stuff, and it's just something that's happened. But I think I agree with you in saying Bag of Bones have sort of transcended to different audiences, maybe, like more than any other albums. I mean, obviously we were a bit pinpointed in the 80s with some of the other bands, and it's taken us a lot of time to sort of to move away. I mean, we don't move away completely. There's always place for nostalgia when you play live, and you can bring in the old songs, but it's taken some time. But we wanted to do it slowly and have a new relationship with the media and audience, and I think we're finally getting there. People are sort of accepting that it's a decent band and we do good albums, and it's really nice feeling.
Brilliant. And do you think that obviously with the success of Final Countdown, do you think it's been harder for you guys to kind of break that mold and show people that there is a lot more to you than that?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and we knew that. We knew when we started again, beginning of this millennium, that we're going to have to do 4 or 5 albums before I think we convinced completely. And now we've done that. It's, yeah, I mean, but at the same time, we do appreciate Rock the Night, Final Countdown, Superstitious, Carey, those songs, and because they have helped us along the way, and they're great live tracks. They're great live tracks, and people like them, and so they have a place in our live show. But obviously, we love playing Last Look at Eden songs or Bag of Bones songs because we've also reached a new audience with these albums, and but they mix well together, and we like to do both.
Wonderful. And do you still enjoy playing the Final Countdown?
We do, actually. We talk about it quite a lot, you know, and we don't rehearse it or, you know, sing it in the shower or anything, you know. But and we don't listen to it in our own cars or anything. But when we don't even sound check that song. I mean, the only time we play it is live, and by the time you're on stage and you meet your audience and you're having a great time, it's just a great explosion, a great communicator, that song. It just brings people together, and you know, the ground moves. Even if you're in a field, the ground moves doing that song. People jump, and it's great. You know, for us, it's different though. It's an album track for us. It always was.
Yeah.
And for other people, it's got a lot of different meanings, and it has, you know, it's been the soundtrack of some people's lives. You know, they've heard it growing up, or they've been passed down from their parents or whatever. But to us, it's an album track that is unique and quite different, but it works really well live. You know.
Wonderful. And kind of looking back now, in hindsight, if you'd known that it was going to be such a massive hit and that would be, in essence, what you were known for quite a long time, would you still have released it when you did, or would you have tried to push the other side of the music slightly more and waited a while?
Not really. It was one of the strongest songs on our third album, and we wanted to open the show with it. So it was, for us, we have a different plan with that song. That was the show opener. We wanted to open the Europe show on our third album. We wanted to have something majestic to build the show up, and we didn't have a clue that it was going to be some sort of timeless classic or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's hard to go back and look at it like that. We really needed that song for the live show, and we did it, and then it just took a life of its own. You know, it's out there now. It belongs to everybody. But as I said, for us, it's still an album track, and which we enjoy playing.
Fantastic. And the live shows you've been doing lately, you've been putting an acoustic set in the middle of a couple of them.
Yeah.
I mean, how has that been received through the audiences? Have they enjoyed it?
It's working really well. We've been experimenting a bit with it in Europe. We're on the European tour right now, and it's working really well. So we break everything down, and we sit down, all 5 of us in the front, with three acoustic guitars, one mandolin, and Ian usually bangs on some strange boxes or something, and it really makes the show dynamic, you know. And the best thing about stuff like that and sections like that in the show, and also the best thing about ballads, really, you take the mood down to some emotional state, and then the best thing about that is you can build it up again. So after the acoustic set, you just go into rocker and build the show up again to a crescendo at the end. So it really fills a lot of functions, but it's enjoyable to just sit there and play more you know, naked. We're not actually sitting naked. Actually, that's a good idea. Or maybe not. Maybe not thinking about it.
It'll definitely get people talking.
Yeah, that will get some YouTube hits, I think. You know. Anyway, no, it's lovely to just sit there and play acoustic all of a sudden. So, yeah, it works well.
Wonderful. And will you be doing that in the UK dates as well?
Yeah, that's the idea. We're
fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. I think it works so well, we can't get rid of it now.
Fantastic. That's really, really good to know.
Yeah.
And set list-wise for the UK tour, what can we expect? Is it a proper mix? Is there lots from the new album?
Yeah, we obviously like to play 4 or 5 from Bag of Bones. We like to play 2 or 3 from Last Look at Eden, because we really enjoy, for us, you know, we want to be happy on the road, so we enjoy that. But we also enjoy playing some of the big songs, and then obviously we have the acoustic set in the middle. And we try to throw in a song that we haven't played for ages and mix it about a little bit on each show. And hopefully we can continue doing that. We just started doing that. And so yeah, it's going to be a varied rock show with acoustic bit, with big hits, with new songs and great light. We have our light engineer has been with us now for 25 years. He's getting some great ideas for the show, and so yeah, it's going to be a great rock show.
No, I'm really looking forward to it. I must admit, really can't wait.
Great. You're good.
So brilliant. And the next kind of 6 to 12 months, I know you guys have been touring a lot this year.
Yeah.
So what can we expect from you over the next year?
Well, we're touring all the way up to 22nd of December. So we'll be falling down in a big heap over Christmas and then hopefully taking some time off the beginning of the year. But then we continue touring Bag of Bones next year with some big festivals and some additional indoor touring. But we will also start writing and doing demos for our 10th album, which will come out in 2014.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
we're really looking forward to our 10th. For us, it's a big thing. And even though we had a long break in the middle, we consider 10 quite, it's a nice number. And
it's an amazing number.
Quite a few albums, So we're really looking forward to that too.
Wonderful. And of course, you had Joe Bonamassa on this album.
Yeah.
Have you got any idea about special guests for number 10? Anything that you're kind of thinking, oh, it'd be really good to try and do that?
No, not yet, but I'm sure during the touring and during next year we'll come up with some ideas. But we don't have any. We haven't really started. We're so fresh with Bag of Bones right now, so we haven't really started writing yet.
I mean, is there anybody that you just think, if they were able to guest star on the album, it would just be, the greatest thing of my life? Anybody that you love that much?
There's a lot of artists you really enjoy, But first single I bought was Space Oddity with David Bowie, and I think I was asked the other day if who I would miss the most when they pass away from this earth, any artist, and thinking long and hard, and I think probably David Bowie. I think it's amazing what he's done over the years. So I mean, and obviously it would be great to do something with him, but I'm just talking about artists that really meant a lot. It was in the beginning more, and then we went into bands, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Robert Plant. I met him many times. I really admire him and respect him. There's some great guys out there.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure whoever it is, it will be absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
All right. Thank you so much. Nice talking to you.
Well, thank you. You too. It's been really good fun. And we really can't wait to see you back in the UK.
All right. See you soon.